What's up, YouTube? Zach here with bit of an update video slash discussion on Hidden Arsenal 7, I guess. So I've got pretty much every card from Hidden Arsenal 7 here, and every deck, I guess, that was influenced by it. I mean, it mostly just introduced new decks to us and didn't really, I don't know, it just added some staple, exceeds, whatever. There wasn't like anything too significant yet. Like, Evil Swarms are good and everything, but I'll get into that after I update you guys. Because if you didn't know, I haven't really put up too many videos lately, and I want to apologize for that. But I also want to say that there are more videos coming, and I have a long list of like things I want to rant slash talk about. And I know I don't do those a lot, so hopefully you will remain interested, I guess. And these are just like my opinions. I don't know if they're right. I know the guys on like ARG aren't always right. I'm just saying, like, take what I say. Maybe you like it, maybe not. These are my opinions. So if you don't like them, let me know, but they're mine. So anyway, videos I want to do in the future, more of those top 5 videos. I actually really enjoy making those. I don't know if they help, but I think at least 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5 are accurate towards like the next YCS or say Nationals. I want to talk about Nationals. I want to talk about the fucking Constellar deck. I know my profile was not the best. It was just a template for a different type without fucking bears, because that's like $120 for a playset. But we can continue. So let's discuss Hidden Arsenal. I want to say like 3 major things happened. We got the Constellars, we got the Evil Swarms, and we got number 3, Emeral slash Chain. So we'll start with Constellars, which are right here. So about Constellars, they are, well, I want to have like a whole rant video on this deck, so I will be brief. They didn't get too much. Let's put it like that. This card, good for any deck. So he's more of like a staple rank 6 type thing. I'm just happy that everybody at my locals is riding this deck's, this deck's dick. So I can move this stuff. They do have like a really good card though in the form of this guy, Constellar Kaus, who can change levels. Star Cradle is alright. It's like a mini salvage, but you skip your battle phase, stuff like that. And then these are the other 2 good ones. The rank 3 is kind of shitty. This one being the rank 5, Pleiades, I don't know. And then Price of P, because he goes up to 34, puts the other ones up to like 3,000 something. He is a compulse on either player's turn for any card. So he's probably the best one they got out of all the cards that were introduced. But he's just 2 level 5 light monsters. So Judgment of the Light, all I'm saying is he might be like the most like amazing card ever. If we get like some level 5 light archetype. I don't know. Maybe it'll be like rank 4, rank 5, because then you could use Polydynamo. I don't know. But, I mean, the Constellars, they're alright, I guess. There's nothing, like, too expensive or good with them. I think M7s are, like, $12. Secret, Pleiades are, like, 7. I don't know. I don't know too much about the deck, in terms of pricing. But I know that I'm not, like, the biggest fan. I really like where Evil Swarms will go. And I just feel like Constellars won't be fast enough. Like with Tachyon, but this isn't a Tachyon discussion. Constellars were one of the new decks introduced. After that, I guess we'll discuss Evil Swarms, and they got their, I guess we'll talk about the monsters first, and then we'll go into the exceeds. Just in case you aren't familiar with Evil Swarms, they run these 3 guys and a Cyber Dragon, who I don't have with me. This guy, I mean, the fact that he's 1950, so he's bigger than Dino Rabbit's vanillas, it's pretty good. You also run Rabbit to go with them, which should make sense. And then we've got, these guys are the other significant ones, because he's an extra normal summon, which is like exactly what this deck needs to get rid of dead hands. This is Dino Rabbit 2.0. Its monsters are bigger. In my opinion, it's faster than the current Dino Rabbit. And they have better effects, like this guy, Evil Swarm Thunderbird. He's a wind-up rabbit, kind of. He can't start his own chain, but he's 1650 first off, so he's bigger than wind-up rabbit. And then he goes up to, what is it? He goes up to 1950 when he returns to the field after using his effect. So, pretty good. He is like, yeah, he's pretty good. And then they also got some other good spells / traps, but they won't be good. Well, at least this one won't be good until Karikion. I don't know. It's got a K, and I think it's pronounced with the K. It's not pronounced Cercion or whatever. But Infection is like a search card for the deck, but you have to like bounce one from your hand or from your field or whatever. But this will be like phenomenal, especially since these are all searchable with Ophion. And then this obviously is the Lance. I'm sure you are all familiar with Infestation Pandemic. In fact, I'm sure you're mostly familiar with a lot of this deck, or these decks from Dueling Network or whatever, but maybe I'll go into a discussion on how to beat them? I don't know. But then, Evil Swarms, I think the most significant part of the deck, because it would just be Constellars unless you had these guys. It's the fact that Evil Swarm has way better Exceeds that makes this deck better than Constellars, I guess. So Nightmare, he's pretty much how you win against the mirror match, wind-ups, matchups that you should be able to just either outskill your opponent or win anyway. So I don't really know. Nightmare seems kind of optional. He seems like probably the shittiest Exceed out of all of these. Then you've got Bahamut, he's like a fucking Big Eye, except you have to pitch a Evil Swarm. So, but I mean, you have 3 in hand a lot, especially more so once you get into the post-Tachyon. This deck's really going to really shine at Nationals, and I will have a video discussing post-Tachyon, but really, Bahamut is probably the second best one right now. Thanatos, he wins certain matchups. He can't be targeted. He's okay, I guess. Not really a lot to talk about him. Ouroboros, it's kind of like a win more card, but he's cool to have because he's 2750. And then Ophion is why you play this deck. You run 2 to 3 in every Evil Swarm deck, and he just blocks level 5 summons and then also searches for your infestation cards. So the Exceeds are really what make Evil Swarms. I would probably pick these up because I know they're going down now, but that's just because people don't get that Evil Swarms aren't good yet, but they will be. Like, the deck is still playable, it's just not at its peak, so we'll see in, what's it, like 2 weeks? Tachyon comes out. I think the sneak peek is at Jersey. But anyway, the next card I want to discuss briefly is Iron Call. Doesn't really give any boost to machines. People thought this card was good. It's not that good. It's okay, but it's not great. The next card I want to talk about that I don't have is Molten Conduction Field. I sold mine because, whatever, Lavalval can play now, but they really can't. So, there's that. Next we've got these two guys, which there should be a lot of hype. I think they're the most expensive cards in the set now. And these being Lavalval Chain and Daigusto Emeral. They are the best in the set for obvious reasons. Already, Lavalval Chain has like a deck based around it, or that is now shining because of it, and that would be Infernities, doing pretty good, just because Lavalval Chain came out. Like, for no other reason is this deck good. And even then, I don't know how great it is. I'll talk about it eventually. But Lavalval Chain helps a lot of decks. I think people like Gem Knights or whatever can play this, and then I'll just beat the shit out of them, because I'm not a big fan of Gem Knights. You may differ in opinion, but meh. And then Emeral, I think there's only a few decks that can really support them. Those being Evil Swarms, because you can just shit out rank 4s. You can shuffle back your vanillas to recycle your rabbit. If you draw like the second one or something. Bring back Caster, stuff like that. Fire Fist, I think, can use Emeral. He's pretty good in Fire Fist. Just because you run out of monsters, I feel like. I think there have been times when people have just run out of steam. And Emeral is well, in certain decks he's a 1-for-1, and then in other decks he's a +1 if you get him to go off right. So, it's pretty good. Like, in windups, this is probably the best deck to use him in. Because as soon as you get this guy in the grave, you just go summon Rat, put him in defense, bring this back. You have a 1-card Emeral, and then, so you're 1-for-1 just by summoning him and then resolving his effect. And then you resolve his effect the second time and you +1. So I think windups actually got support going into Jersey just because of Hidden Arsenal 7. You'll probably see some Infernities, whatever. I will discuss, probably not Jersey, but I'll discuss Nationals, and I'll talk about the winner or whatever, why they won. Top 32 deck list, stuff like that. There's a lot more stuff I want to do, but I'm going to need your guys' help. I want to see some clicks on that like button, subscribe, comment. You guys have been doing a good job, and I'm having more fun making these videos. I'd like to make some more. So, I will see you guys next time.